Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Live from the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Thursday, May 4, 2023. In the headlines, close to 2,000 students registered to sit Caribbean primary exit assessment exams in 2023. Calvin Frank pleads guilty to the death of Lindy Skinner-Moraine. 68-year-old female charged with causing death by dangerous driving. Ryan Smith to stand trial in connection with the death of Spencer Francis. Regionally, St. Lucia's unemployment rate falls to 16%. Internationally, Russia claims Ukraine tried to assassinate Vladimir Putin. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada's Anderson Peters makes his 2023 debut on Friday. Stay with us. Details right after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening from the Grenada Broadcasting Network. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Close to 2,000 students are registered to sit Caribbean primary exit assessment exams, which began Thursday morning and will end on Friday, May 5. More in this report from Rena Ped Thomas.
1,877 students from 70 schools are registered for the final component of the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment Exam, which got underway today at 54 centers throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Of the 1,877 students, 1,030 are males and 847 females. Comparatively, in 2022, 1,840 students were registered, comprising 955 males and 849 females. Minister for Education David Andrew, in an interview this morning, said that teachers and staff at the ministry were up early to ensure everything is in place for the exam.
Preparing the scripts, even in the wee hours of this morning, they had to be up because we take it for granted that the scripts, they had to be dropped off sometime this morning. And so my officers, compliments to them, in the exams unit, they were up since morning getting the scripts to various locations across the island, west, all over, to ensure that the integrity of the exams are not compromised because they had to be dropped.
The CPEA exams is intended to test the literacy of students exiting the primary school system and consists of 4 multiple-choice papers in mathematics, language, art, science, and social studies. The exam is open to all students who are 11 years old on or before September 1st. Minister Andrew explains that students were previously graded in other assignments, and this will contribute to their results on the final exam.
In most cases, students who they must have had the opportunity to perform well. They had peer-graded assignments, they had projects, group work, all of those contributed and are contributing to the final grade. But this is just the terminal element that, you have to sit as a summative form of examination, but they had many formative elements of assessment all the way through, and we want to commend our teachers for the dedication. We know teachers take this seriously. Personally, many of them have given classes on their own time, freely, without charge, probably for 1 week during periods within the last holiday period.
Principal of the St. George's Anglican Senior School, Nigel De Gale, in speaking to our news team this morning, explains some of the challenges faced while preparing the students for the exam.
The process of continuous assessment is good because children can work and get the best mark to be recorded. And that is a long process, but sometimes the children are their own enemy. They refuse to do the work. They refuse to do it over, etc. And the parents now must come on board, especially when we have projects to do, and they leave it up to the teachers. So the challenge with the parental assistance is big. Many of them are too busy even to make breakfast for the children. So they will buy a pen and cool in the morning. So we need all on board because the ministry is doing its part, the teachers are doing their part, the parents and the students must do their part.
The assessment commences at 9 a.m. on both days, and all students are expected to finish the exam by 12:15 p.m. The team at GBN joins many others in extending best wishes to the students sitting this year's exam. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, GBN spoke with some of the students at the St. George's Methodist School after they completed their first day of CPE exams. They shared their experience, including challenges faced.
The maths was a little hard, but we got some questions we did before, and the social studies was a breeze. Like about half of the questions in the exam we got already. Basically knew it already.
Percentage. And fractions.
And the conversion ones was challenging, where you had to convert like different. You had to convert like one EC dollar to how much Barbadian dollars you'd make, and stuff like that.
In the social studies was easy. The maths was a bit challenging. My exam was good. It was so interesting. It was hard for me, but I had also put in an effort. So yes, I finished it, and I hope I pass.
My exam went great, but I didn't get time to finish the maths, so I'm not sure if I pass or fail. But the social studies was pretty sure easy because we teacher helped us do it, and mostly all the questions that we did come. So yeah.
Mr. Thomas for helping us through the CPA, and especially the maths and the social studies.
Everything they say came on the exam.
Yeah. So they really helped us through the exam, and we just want to got a big shout out to them and thank them for helping us through this journey, and
We wish the nation's students the very best. Other news, the Lindy Skinner Moraine murder case moved a step closer to conclusion on Thursday when the man accused of killing her pleaded guilty to non-capital murder. Nisha Paul has been following this story.
Calvin Frank was 33 years old when he used a knife to inflict over 33 deadly stab wounds to the body of his former partner, Lindy Skinner Moraine, following a disagreement over money owed to him. Senior Crown Counsel Howard Pinnock is prosecuting the matter, which came up before High Court Judge Madam Justice Paula Guilford at the St. George's No. 1 High Court on Thursday.
It was quite an unfortunate incident. The parties used to be in a relationship, and he would have broken into the deceased owed him some money, and he would have broken into the residence, and he would have stabbed her a number of times, and she died.
Frank was initially slapped with capital murder, attempted non-capital murder, and housebreaking charges. However, the prosecutor accepted a plea of guilt for the offense of non-capital murder and did not offer any evidence on the other charges. The defendant is being represented in court by attorneys Anselm Clouden and Jerry Edwin.
Mr. Clouden is the lead counsel. I am merely supporting him and assisting him in this matter. Most of these cases, because of the evidence, because of the deal that is struck, we call it in other jurisdictions plea bargaining. You will find that cases do not proceed to trial. They do simply come before the judge, and the defendant, the accused, will often plead guilt to a lesser count. It saves judicial time. It saves the agony of the victims and even of the witnesses to rehash the matter.
The death of Lindy Skinner Moraine, a food vendor from Janangle, St. George, was the first homicide recorded in 2021.
Has pled guilty, as I said, which is in itself a recognition by Mr. Frank that he had crossed the line. And to his credit, he is not going to put the state of Grenada through a long, agonizing trial. This matter is concluded, awaiting the reports of a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a social inquiry report, and then we will have the sentence by Justice Guilford on the 28th of July.
The offense of non-capital murder carries a maximum penalty of life imprisonment. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Now, police have arrested and charged 68-year-old Lucy King of Crowshoe St. Andrew for the offense of causing death by dangerous driving. The charge follows investigations into a vehicular accident that occurred along the Springs Public Road, St. George, on April 24, 2022, resulted in the death of Roger Mahon of Munlong, St. Andrew. Ms. King was granted bail in the sum of $50,000 with one surety. In addition, she is required to surrender all travel documents, and she's not permitted to leave the state of Grenada without the permission of the court. Ms. King will make her first appearance at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Tuesday, May 9 at 9 a.m. Well, a 12-member jury was empaneled on Thursday as a murder trial got underway at the St. George's High Court 4 years after the suspicious death of 42-year-old Spencer Gordon Francis in June 2019. It's Nisha Paul with the details.
Spencer Francis was found dead with a rope around his neck on the floor of his family's home in Corinth, St. David, on June 14, 2019, in what many initially suspected to be a suicide. However, days later, his neighbor Ryan Griffith, a well-known bus driver plying the St. George's Grenville route, was apprehended by police and slapped with a charge of non-capital murder. Griffith, who was 40 years old at the time of his arrest, sought counsel from attorney Jerry Edwin in the matter, which came up before High Court Judge Madam Justice Paula Guilford at the St. George's No. 1 High Court on Thursday.
We, of course, are eagerly awaiting the start of this trial so that a jury of Mr. Griffith's peers can determine his guilt or innocence. There are 12 witnesses which the Crown will present in this case, and we intend to call 3 witnesses of our own. Of course, Mr. Griffith has vigorously pled not guilty to this offense.
The autopsy report was inconclusive, leading to further police investigations, and Spencer's family offered a reward for information leading to an arrest. Attorney Edwin anticipates that the murder trial will last approximately 2 weeks to 15 days.
The prosecution's case is essentially a circumstantial evidence case. There were no eyewitnesses, there's no direct evidence, but the Crown will do what it does, which is to marshal its evidence, and we, of course, will be going in the opposite direction in this case.
The now 45-year-old murder-accused Ryan Griffith spent just under 2 years on remand at the Richmond Hill prison before being granted $75,000 bail by a High Court judge in 2021. For GBN News, I'm Nisha.
Nisha Paul reporting there. This is Network News. Still ahead from us. Grenada's Governor General and Prime Minister among delegation to attend King Charles III coronation. We'll talk about that. Stay with us.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
No, girl, that was yesterday. I can't believe Ollie said that. She didn't.
Mom, can you help me, please? I'm having some trouble understanding.
No, you serious?
Mom, can you help me, please?
So y'all sit down and say that? Okay then, bye. Here! Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's ensure that you're well prepared for this exam.
Parents, you have a crucial role to play in helping to prepare your children for the CPEA exams. Help them or seek additional help so that they can revise the concepts they learn at school and give them a better chance to be successful and move on to the next phase of their lives. A message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
This Mother's Day, give your mom the gift of music, love, and excitement with Sunshine Promotions Night of Love Concert featuring the incredible Christopher Martin, Sanchez, and Vaughn. But that's not all. When you purchase your Night of Love ticket, you will automatically be entered into our Mother's Day sweepstakes, win a Samsung Galaxy smartphone, and more. Each week leading up to the event, we will be giving away fantastic prizes contributed by our event partners, including gift certificates, product vouchers, and service vouchers. And the best part, you can gift the prize to your amazing mother or keep it for yourself. But remember, you must have a Night of Love ticket to win. So what are you waiting for? Get your Night of Love ticket today and be automatically entered into our Mother's Day sweepstakes. Visit GoToFed.com or any island-wide ticket outlet to purchase your tickets now. Terms and conditions apply.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the event you've been waiting for. The event of the century. It's the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. Sunday, May 7th from 5 p.m. Where? At the National Stadium. And this year you can win not 1, not 2, not even 3 or 4, but 5 Suzuki Swift Sports.
I don't think I heard that correctly. Tell me again slowly.
You can win 5 Suzuki Swift Sports. Yeah! Wait, come back. That's not all. Plus $25,000 in cash.
No way.
Tickets are $60 for 1 or $100 for 2.
This is crazy.
5 cars plus $25,000 in cash. This will definitely be the event of the century.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique?
Hi,
I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and the regional cricket tournaments. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
A mother is really amazing and incredible. Give her an amazing spa experience at Nirvana Health Spa with our exotic cherry rose relaxing packages. Choose from our exotic cherry rose feet care package, which includes jelly feet soak, relaxing pedicure, feet care facial, and a glass of rose wine for only $2.40. Or entice mom with our cherry rose body care package. This includes full body exfoliation, hot stone back massage, facial, and a glass of rose wine for only $4.40. Or why not surprise mom with both packages? She deserves it, right? Call us on 231-6642 or 418-7115. Visit nirvana.gd for more info. Gift certificates are also available. We are located in the Regency Commercial Suites, Grand Anse Main Road, in close proximity to the Food Fair Shopping Center. Nirvana Health Spa, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We know real body care. These specials go up until June 4th, 2023. Terms and conditions apply. Treat mom for this Mother's Day.
This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
We're back here at Television Center. Governor General Dame Cécile Lagrenade and Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell have arrived in London to attend the coronation of King Charles III. It is scheduled for Saturday, May 6 at Westminster Abbey. Here's what we can tell you. The delegation attending the ceremony will include Grenada's resident High Commissioner in the United Kingdom, Keisha Abergrant, Victoria Cross recipient Sergeant Major Johnson Bahari VC, COG, and athletes Afi Fletcher and Lyndon Victor. The Governor General and Prime Minister are also expected to attend a reception with King Charles III during the visit. Ahead of the coronation, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell held talks today with former Prime Minister of Britain, Tony Blair, to discuss the work of the Tony Blair Foundation and possible areas for collaboration with the government of Grenada. The delegation will return on Sunday, May 7. Senator Dr. Decima M. Williams, President of the Senate, has been appointed Deputy Governor General in the absence of the Governor General. Minister for Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, with responsibility for community development and housing, Philip Telesford, has been appointed Acting Prime Minister in the absence of Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. The quiet village of Munich in St. Andrew and Grenada at large will be well represented on Saturday, when all eyes will be fixed on the United Kingdom. Lance Sergeant Chen Charles, the fourth son of Morgan and Pearl Charles of Munich St. Andrew, will have the honor of carrying the Grenada flag at the coronation ceremony for King Charles III on Saturday. It is not frequent that British soldiers of foreign nationalities get to carry the flags of the country of their birth at parades. Lance Sergeant Charles says it's a lifetime honor. He was enlisted as an Irish Guardsman in 2011 and has served on several tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan. Growing up in Munich, Charles attended the Holy Cross Roman Catholic School and later the St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School. He was well known in the community for his prowess in cricket. This is not the first time the Lance Sergeant will be participating in such prestigious parades. Having served in the Queen's last birthday parade. He's also slated to participate in the King's parade schedule for June. Lance Sergeant Charles resides in the UK with his wife and 2 daughters. Members on the opposite side of the government are airing their concerns and offering solutions for the present dilemma faced by vegetable vendors at the National Stadium who are yet to be informed on where they can do business. They are calling on government to take a better approach to the matter. Renaped Thomas reports.
The tents which were used to house vegetable vendors at the National Stadium were removed on Thursday afternoon, despite the fact that several vendors are yet to know where they will be able to ply the trade as of Friday. Leader of the opposition, Dr. Keith Mitchell, has expressed concern over the recent move by the present administration to remove all street-side vendors, as well as those located at the Kirani James National Stadium car park, relocating them to the St. George's Market. Through a press release issued on Thursday, the former Prime Minister acknowledges that sidewalk vending is a problem, but is deeply troubled by the manner in which the process is being pursued. Government, he said, should ensure that any of the decisions it makes must take into consideration the plight of the poor and vulnerable citizens of our country. Dr. Mitchell is therefore calling on the Deacon Mitchell administration to immediately address this problematic situation before livelihoods are put at risk. He believes the vendors have a right to be heard and that their concerns must be taken into account before any action is taken. The MP for the Tongue of St. George, Peter David, in an interview with GBN on Thursday, shared his thoughts on the present situation and his understanding of the problem faced.
And what has happened over the last couple of months, over a year, is that many more people have come to the stadium. Farmers came from outer parishes and set up. Now, my understanding of what has happened is that some persons have been given permission or spaces in the market square, but other persons, particularly these farmers who come in only on Saturdays, they are having a problem because they have not been consulted and nobody has told them what is going to happen with them. Now, these are farmers who leave the rural areas, come into St. George's every Saturday and do a decent trade. They are not given space in the market.
David provided some temporary and permanent solutions to the NDC administration.
That we should have some reclamation along the Melville Street area going up. There was a plan for that long ago, that a new vendors market, a big vegetable market be constructed there, and so that because the market square as presently constructed will never be adequate enough. So we need to look in the long run. And of course, it's going to take time, but we must start planning now. Until we do that, we have to organize it better. We have to maybe continue to use the stadium car park for those vendors who want to vend on Saturdays. I see no major issue with that for a temporary period, and sit with them and find out what is the best way to allow them to continue their trade. Yes, there is a challenge of the sidewalk. Yes, there is a question of access. The problem is these are people trying to make an honest living, and we must find a way to allow them to do that.
He suggests that the government should not make decisions without consulting those who are affected, especially if their livelihood is put at risk. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The story to report: after some 20 years, the first commercial shipment of fresh mangoes left Grenada on Wednesday. The produce is destined to hit markets in the United States. Cherry and Blackman Stephen has this report.
Over 4,000 pounds of mangoes were shipped to the United States by well-known trafficker Patrick King, following assessment by and subsequent issuance of his phytosanitary certificate by the Pest Management Unit. The types of mangoes exported are Julie, Ceylon, and Graham, which are all considered table mangoes. Pest Management Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, Thaddeus Peters, was the one responsible for ensuring the mangoes are properly inspected.
Where today we are looking at least 10 boxes out of just over 100, and at least we need to inspect at least 150 fruits in that shipment. Inspection is visual for external pests, and also we have done some cutting, looking for internal signs of pests and disease. Our two target pests today for the inspections are mango seed weevil and fruit flies.
He said only one mango was found with internal damage, and he is confident the shipment will meet the U.S. standard.
So we'd have provided background information, included, the estimated quantities we might export, the time of the year we're likely to export, what are the prevailing pests we have on mangoes. We'd have forwarded all that information that would have gone into the risk analysis, and now we had to also review the work plan that was prepared and sign off on the agreement.
Peters is serving notice to citizens that the shipping of mangoes is only allowed on a commercial basis.
We made application, and they did the risk analysis and indicated that they will allow the fruits based on some treatment, so we had the options of heat treatment or irradiation. So their option was to allow it based on irradiation, and they have granted it only for commercial shipments. So I just want to reiterate, passenger travel does not qualify for mango shipment to the U.S. It's only commercial shipments that have made arrangements with a facility to have it treated before it goes into the U.S. market.
Plant Quarantine Officer Evelyn Alexander at the Pest Management Unit said that field visits were done in St. Andrew prior to the exportation of the mangoes. The importation of mangoes from Grenada into the U.S. was permitted in 1987, but the discovery of mango seed weevil in the early 2000s led to a suspension of imports. Grenada was given the green light to resume the export of mangoes to the U.S. on February 15th this year. Another shipment of mangoes to the U.S. is scheduled for next week and will continue thereafter once mangoes are available. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
An interesting submission awaits you in this evening's Eyesore.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Our citizen journalist tonight is a happy and proud backyard farmer. Carlwyn Johnson of Black Forest Estate, Vendham, St. George, is sharing with us a seasoning pepper he harvested with the colors of the Grenada national flag. Our ISA reporter said this beautiful pepper came from this tree in my kitchen garden. Quite coincidentally, Anderson Peters is telling the world to respect the nutmeg with his pair of customized Adidas spikes featuring a replica of the Grenada flag. Now here comes Mother Nature back in that phrase by endorsing this natural local seasoning pepper with the colors of Grenada's national flag. This one deserves a mic drop. We thank our ISA reporter for his lovely submission. You too can use our ISA platform to feature your outstanding photos and videos or air your concerns. Send them via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Very unique indeed. Still to come in Network News, Labour Minister says regularization and pension remain government priorities. Back in a moment.
Treat mom this Mother's Day to a special concert as the Royal Grenada Police Force Band present Mother's Night Out. Mother's Night Out celebrity concert at the Grenada Trade Center featuring live from St. Vincent, Alston Beckett Cyrus.
You ain't nothing but a teaser.
Alston Beckett Cyrus. Beckett and Judy Boucher.
She's on my pillow.
Judy Boucher live, also featuring Dash and Friends, Raymond Matthew the Beast, Randy Isaac, Tamara Songbird, Samantha Dixon, Gregory McLean, Joel Hafford, and Paul Alexander. Hosted by Fatman George. Admission $75. It's Mother's Night Out, the celebrity concert. Showtime 6 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Treat mom this Mother's Day. Stay tuned for more details. Treat mom this Mother's Day.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors, agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegro pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Hello. I am Pettifer Lewis, the Executive Director of the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce, representing the private sector. From where I sit, I can see how volatile both the local, regional, and international economies can be as a result of financial shocks, pandemics, natural disasters, among others. Having the NIS Unemployment Benefit Program is certainly a step in the right direction. This will help to alleviate the burden that arises from unemployment. Remember that people who are employed not just support themselves, but support family members as well. The NIS Unemployment Benefit Program will play a very important role in assisting our citizens to mitigate hardships while keeping the local economy stimulated during future challenges like these. This is a very good program, very good initiative, and I support it.
After 3 years, get ready for the return of Grenada's most anticipated event, the Hubbards Legends in Concert, Saturday, July 8th, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. as the best of Trinidad and Tobago. Come against the best of Grenada in the biggest calypso clash of all times. Saturday, July 8th, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. Stay tuned to this station for more info.
Network News, welcome back. Government said it's reissued $15 million 91-day Treasury bill on April 28, 2023 on the regional government securities market was competitively auctioned. The auction closed at an interest rate of 1.5% and was oversubscribed, with total bids received amounting to $35.88 million EC dollars. Comparatively, this T-bill was reissued on January 25, 2023, with total received bids of $16.33 million EC dollars. Now, the interest rate closed at the maximum ceiling rate of 3.5%. The latest auction results showed an increase in the value of bids received and a reduction in the interest rate from 3.5% in the previous auction to 1.5%, a favorable variance of 2 percentage points. The government of Grenada plans to reissue $105 million in treasury bills on the regional government securities market this year, in accordance with the medium-term debt management strategy that was tabled in Parliament in December 2022. One of government's strategic debt management objectives is to roll over or reissue these instruments to lower its cost of borrowing. Finance Minister Dennis Cornwall says this is extremely good news and signals strong investor confidence in Grenada's economic and financial management. Labour Minister Claudette Joseph is promising regularization and pension reform for public officers. Nisha Paul tells us more.
Regularization and pension reform continue to be the top priorities for the Dick and Mitchell administration. Claudette Joseph, Minister for Labour, says measures are already in place to ensure the process is a successful one.
The regularization framework has already been developed by the Department of Public Administration to chart the way forward to deal with this complex issue of regularization. And of course, you know, it cuts across all sectors: teachers, nurses, regular public officers. Everybody is affected. And we are particularly concerned with those people who are temporary or on contract.
The Labour Minister says it is important to ensure that regularization and pension reform are sustainable.
It is important that we embark on a regularization with consideration so that our decisions, once taken, will be workable and sustainable, not just for you, the current workers, but for those who will come after. In addition to the regularization policy framework, our government has already established a pension reform committee which has already begun its work.
Minister Joseph went on to say that when workers are regularized, it must be done in a manner that will secure jobs.
I assure you as your minister that in embarking on regularization and pension reform, your pension rights protected by the Constitution of Grenada will remain protected. However, with pension restoration, we must ensure that when we regularize, we do so in a manner that secures jobs during the working years and pension on retirement for present and future generation of workers, while our economy remains viable and able to sustain both the workforce and the pension scheme.
The Labour Minister made the remarks during the 2023 Labour Day celebration. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Grenada's Anderson Peters makes his 2023 debut on Friday. The sports news is next.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenience, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Sisson's WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Macnic?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and the regional cricket tournaments. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Sporting fans, good evening. With only 24 hours before his season debut, Grenada's world champion Anderson Peters spent part of the day Thursday putting in some final work in Doha. The first Wonder Diamond League meet of the 2023 season takes place on Friday, May 5, with the javelin contest scheduled for 12:44 p.m. When Peters takes to the field on Friday, he will be wearing a pair of customized Adidas spikes featuring a replica of the Grenada flag and the catchphrase, "Respect the nutmeg." Anderson Peters is currently ranked #1 in the world in the javelin throw. He's looking to defend his world championship title for the third consecutive time. The West Indies and USA will jointly host the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in 2024. The International Cricket Council confirmed that in June 2024, the T20 World Cup will be held in the Western Hemisphere. Cricket West Indies has undertaken a thorough bidding process for Caribbean countries wanting to host matches in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024. Following the bidding process, the venues will be confirmed on July 31. Jeff Alidas, CEO of ICC, said, quote, "We are delighted that the next edition of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup will take place in the West Indies and the USA. Of course, the Caribbean is a region rich in cricket culture where fans can enjoy a carnival experience with a fine tradition of producing exciting and flamboyant cricketing stars across all formats of the game. The T20 World Cup is a special event in the calendar, and this upcoming edition of the men's event will expand to 20 teams competing to claim the ultimate prize in T20 international cricket. All host countries play an important role in the provision of world-class venues, training facilities, and services for players and officials, with the upgrade of any facilities providing a lasting legacy for the game in the West Indies." Unquote. Right, West Indies T20 captain Rovman Powell, who led Jamaica Tallawahs to the CPL title last season, has been traded to Barbados Royals ahead of the 2023 Caribbean Premier League. The rest of the details in this report.
Powell could be a contender to lead Royals, who finished runners-up last season. As part of the trade, leg spinner Hayden Walsh Jr. has joined the Tallowers from Royals. Walsh Jr. had been named the player of the tournament in his first year with the Barbados franchise in 2019, and then had a stint as a netballer with Royals franchise Rajasthan in the IPL. The 2023 season of the CPL will be played across 5 countries, running from August 17th to September 24th.
That's the sports news for the moment. The Antigua and Barbuda Reparations Support Commission chairman says becoming a republic will put the country in a better stead to secure reparations for the ills of the transatlantic slave trade. He was one of the panelists for the University of the West Indies 5 Islands Campus's public advocacy series titled To Be or Not to Be, The Case for Republicanism.
It is about the knowledge that we have as to who we are, what our countries have gone through historically. And I think that becoming a republic will sort of give us that additional moral and political strength to confront these countries in our attempt to right historical wrongs.
St. Lucia's unemployment numbers are lower than expected. During the appropriation bill debate, Castries South Member of Parliament Dr. Ernest Soler disclosed that the jobless rate is down to 16%. More in this report.
St. Lucia's economy appears well on its way to recovery, and a notable rise in employment is one of the telltale signs. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre has been touting the recorded economic gains since assuming office in 2021. The Central Statistical Office recently confirmed that the economy is indeed bouncing back. In his presentation to the Appropriations Bill, Castries South MP Dr. Ernest Hilaire revealed that the jobless numbers are lower than previously estimated. Initially, officials had said the projected rate stood at 19% in 2022.
The unemployment is also down significantly. Now, the Prime Minister used a figure of about 19%. I believe from reading the Social Economic Review, the unemployment is really 16%. Mr. Speaker, and I guess the economists and them will probably explain why they use the relaxed unemployment rate rather than the traditional unemployment rate that we always use. I never knew in the past we used to use the relaxed unemployment rate. I always knew that it was the unemployment rate that we use as stated in the Social and Economic Review, Mr. Speaker. But that's for the economists and all of them to explain why the change, Mr. Speaker.
Data from the ECCB projects that the unemployment rate declined to 17.5% in the quarter ended June 2022, down from 19.6% in the last quarter of 2021. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre says the jobless rate is the lowest in more than 12 years.
Further afield, Russian government officials are claiming that Ukrainian forces attempted to kill President Vladimir Putin with a failed drone attack. Officials say 2 drones were used in the assassination attempt at the president's residence within the Kremlin compound, but they were disabled by Russian defense systems. We get more details in this Fox News report.
A look at video that purports to show a drone strike at the Kremlin. Russia accusing Ukraine of trying to assassinate Vladimir Putin overnight, attempting to attack the Kremlin with 2 drones. The Kremlin calling this a, quote, terrorist act and saying Russian military and security forces disabled the drones before they can actually strike. A statement on the Kremlin's website says debris from the unmanned aerial vehicles fell on the grounds of the seat of Russia's government but did not cause any damage. No deaths or injuries have been reported there. Now, a video published overnight on a local Moscow News Telegram channel, which appeared to have been shot across the river from the Kremlin, showed what looked like smoke rising over the Kremlin. According to the text accompanying that video, residents of a nearby apartment building reported hearing bangs and seeing smoke at about 2:30 a.m. local time. It was impossible, though, to independently verify that footage. This video, though, a bit closer, purporting to show a drone strike at the Kremlin as Ukraine is accused by Russia of trying to assassinate Vladimir Putin.
A recap of the headlines after this. This is the Grenada Broadcasting Network. A reminder of the headlines. Close to 2,000 students registered to sit Caribbean primary exit assessment exams in 2023. Calvin Frank pleads guilty to the death of Lindy Skinner Moraine. 68-year-old female charged with causing death by dangerous driving. Ryan Griffiths to stand trial in connection with the death of Spencer Francis. Regionally, St. Lucia's unemployment rate falls to 16%. Internationally, Russia claims Ukraine tried to assassinate Vladimir Putin. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada's Anderson Peters makes his 2023 debut on Friday. We wish him the very best. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. That's all from us in the GBN newsroom for the time being. Thank you for choosing the broadcast. We'll see you again. Good night.